Hello guys, this is Michiko and welcome back to COXETA after it feels like an eternity ever since the last update, even though technically the last update was back on April 18th where they added the Labs Common Days song pack, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this song pack. They've added this song pack, but we're here today to check on the latest update, version 2.8, which I think we can see. Ooh, there's some special sale event. As a celebration for the release of version 2.0 over here, we have 3 new songs, completely free: When the Dragon Falls, To Get Over It, and Heat Conductors. I think, including Heat Conductors and Get Over It, they've been showcased on a few COXETA Team Rhythmicals appearances in game expos on South Korea and recently in the Philippines. Hence why there's Heat Conductors by official AZ3, Filipino artist over here. And we have Abyss pattern renewals on Body Floating and Zero Gravity Space and the Elementalist. Because obviously after 3 years, 4 years ish maybe of the game existing, the charting philosophy has changed dramatically, and so some kind of refreshing the old charts must be done, so that players who wanted to re-enjoy these past songs can enjoy it with a brand new face, I guess. And there's completely new UI that we're going to be seeing during gameplay, especially the gravity lanes over here. And the gravity level being added over here so that you guys can assess the difficulty of the vertical gravity notes on every single chart, which is a good addition. It's a really good addition because there are some songs like Bring Me Back over here that have the max level of gravity, aka a lot of gravity notes falling down very dense. And I think that is going to be it in terms of our gameplay update. Let's get into the recharts. Actually, I want to get into the recharted songs first. So they are free songs, so we could just scroll above over here, going towards the Elementalist over here. So supposedly this is already the recharted version. Renew or still, yeah, exactly. Alright, let's see what we have. Unfortunately, I have no exact memory of how the pattern of the old chart is, but this refresh should be good. And also, this might be a little bit confusing for fellow COXETA players or people who have played COXETA, at least in the last few months, is that there is the optimized note falling setting that you can select, that even the development team has taken preference of compared to this old style of the note scrolling. But unfortunately, my eyes can only read with this style of note approaching. So whoa, okay, yeah, I probably should have expected it because that is literally on the teaser of the chart. From the update trailer, I guess. Yeah, they brought the playfield tilting from Harmony in Your Parallel over here. And they're bringing it into an Abyss, not a parallel chart. So far, for a 12, this is the patterns are definitely more engaging. not bad for a side treat. That's a really good recharge. I love that it keeps the intensity of the song throughout, because of course that's how the song actually goes. There's barely any breaks that you can take, even during the middle of the chart. And the playfield tilting is a little bit of a jump scare that will definitely jump scare quite a few people if that will definitely be jump scaring quite a few players, either returning players or new players, just because maybe if the update notice is not going to be refreshing for the next few updates afterwards on like version 2.9 or something, or if more recharts pattern renewals are going to be introduced, maybe they're gonna see the playfield tilting and just be surprised as why the heck did that happen? That didn't happen on like the old chart back when I was back when the game was still called COXETA. But other than that, it's a really solid renewal, quote unquote. Also, think it's time to go a few years later to body floating into zero gravity space. This is our first pattern renewal of an Abyss 13, and the gravity level over here is determined as a level 8. So this should be interesting to see. From the gameplay trailer, there doesn't seem to be any kind of like shenanigans, like the playfield tilting on the Elementalist. Just generally much better charting. Ooh, that is satisfying to see. You know what? I think for the rest of this segment... Oh, I forgot the jointed hold. Anyway, I was gonna say, for the rest of the chart, I'm just gonna be playing using 2 fingers. Because even though the gameplay that I've been doing has been using multi-fingers, the game is meant to be playable using 2 fingers. And even on the gameplay trailers by the developers, it is shown that they play these charts using thumbs as well. Oh, come on. 1 finger triplets? Come on. But it is a 13, so I guess I can understand the difficulty. A lot of like 16th note placements though. Ordering 32. Ooh, I guess this same pattern still carries over into here. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for that. Definitely not as close to the best score that I have over here, but it's still pretty good. Considering that maybe it's the nature of the pattern renewal, or me being a little bit rusty in COXETA, and me forcing to play using 2 fingers only that lead to this kind of a side treat. But it's such a breath of fresh air to see these old charts, well, quote-unquote old charts, because this thing is only like 1 year old, to get a rechart. Alright then, with the pattern renewals out of the way, let's try out the 3 new songs that got added into the game. And do you want to mention again that these are free to unlock? And of course, there's a requirement for you to continue on playing the game and reading some of the game's story for you to unlock the Abyss difficulty. But with that in mind, let's get into it. Now, I've seen the chart from the Game Expo coverage where Team Rhythmicals appeared on said Game Expo in the Philippines. So I'm not gonna be completely surprised with the charting. Maybe I'll be more surprised with this type of scrolling because the gameplay preview for COXETA right now focuses on the optimized scrolling method. Whoa, is that joint? Wait, hold on. I just saw like the whole joint being outside of the area. Yeah, it did. It went outside of the playfield area. Interesting. Maybe it's because of the note skin that I'm using. It's called Signature L. So it's pretty much the old COXETA skin, back when the game is still called COXETA, but enlarged a little bit. Whoa. Okay, this feels much more different, just because hold length and how fast you need to move your finger, and it feels like flicking, unless you're using like multi-finger method that I'm using right now to do a little bit of the cheesing and play this a little bit more easier. But that is if you can actually control. Whoa. Okay, guess we are at the end of the song. Ah yes, ear-tingling ending right there. Woo! They are deploying more meta-ish patterning, I guess, with the holds, with the very tiny duration holds that essentially forces you to flick across the screen, and that is interesting to see being implemented over here. And just as I played through all of that during the side read, you can cheese it by using 2 fingers and such, or you could just play it properly, which is completely fine as well. You do you. Maybe I need to optimize a little bit on my grinding of this chart or pattern after this recording to get a theta like 990k and above and stuff. But for a side read, this is not that bad. It's not a difficult 12 though. That's what I need to say. It's not a difficult 12. The game over here doesn't necessarily have a rating system, so I don't think we have like a chart constant system in COXETA just yet, which is kind of okay. There's really no need to, unless there is going to be an element of leaderboards tied to player rankings. But for now, I'd say this is not a very difficult 12. It's not a particularly difficult 12. It's not nearing to an Abyss 13. Though the difficulty of the pattern can go alongside with the complexity of the song, which is what we are about to experience on Get Over It by Chill Dive.
Gym time with the genre. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I do love the new information UI. Yep.
Already expected this kind of intro.
Oh,
Bit of a marching type of beat. Ooh, that is a very dense hold joint segment. I'm still fine. This is still pretty fine-ish. You just have to read through the swingy patterns of the song. Other than that, this is not that bad.
ooh. Interlude segment's really nice. The break segment over here.
Then this is where the BPM gets slightly yeah, this is definitely ooh. Yo, we got the trills. Yo. Nice patterning following with the gravity notes, following the whistle. Nice! Full combo! That's a nice side read. That's a nice side read. Nice. Yeah, I think this is just me now getting used to playing COXETA again, and I'd even say that this Abyss 12 is easier than Heat Conductors. It really is easier than Heat Conductors because I would expect they lean into the swingy vibe of the song to be the linchpin of the difficulty, but no, it didn't. It doesn't really hinge on the song on raising the difficulty as much as Heat Conductors do. Maybe Heat Conductors just because it's more hardcore-ish. There's a need to put much more difficult patterns over there. But other than that, I'd say this is the easiest pattern that we have on this update. And from what I'm calling the easiest pattern of the update, we go straight into our second Abyss 14 in the entire game. For context, the last time that I covered the game, covered COXETA on my channel, it was me playing Harmony in Your Parallel, which is the first ever 14. The song was made by Twitter votes from Team Rhythmicals over on their Twitter account, and this is our second Abyss 14 with the gravity level of 9. There are only 2 charts in the game that has a gravity level of 10, and this is a 9. So let's see how difficult it is. Chart Renaissance, Sail Falls Renewal as the charter alias also. Welcome back, Wyvern P. Alright. Ooh, what is that intro? Okay. Also, the beatline circles reminiscent to Kalpa. Welcome to the game. Playfield tilt again, and it's a total jump scare. Okay, a lot of trails. Not much in like very tricky patterning. Aha! Oh, they went a little bit into traditional 5 key, which is cute. And what is this like interlude? It's not even interlude. I think this is like part of the verse of the song because we're not even halfway. Thanks to the new UI update that shows the song progress on the top right. We're going on another build-up, okay. What is this? Oh, I almost nailed that pattern. Whoa, okay. Ooh, okay. Interesting segment over there. Oh my god. That was so intense. Fading up. Completely befitting of the song, mind you. Oh. Oh, wait, what? Wait, the UI just disappeared. Whoa. Okay. So, for clarification, I have done some editing trickery with the audio because there are a lot of audio problems with my phone being quite a bit laggy, as you guys have seen on the screen. But the ending just has the entire UI disappear. That is neat. That is cool. I don't think we've ever seen that even on the parallel chart or an April Fool's chart for that matter of fact. But secondly, it being appearing on a 14 just gives off more reasoning that Team Rhythmicals is going to be using the excuse of Abyss Level 14 to put more gimmicks into the charts, which is an approach that's a bit unorthodox. It's a bit unorthodox considering gimmicks that are used for things like in parallel charts are more towards what they can do as what gimmick they can apply to an entire chart. Meanwhile here, they're showcasing the potentials of different gameplay experiences that you can play through in COXETA, from the playfield tilting to the playfield being completely transparent, completely disappearing, which would be interesting if we are going to be getting more songs in the future that are related to the story of the game. I haven't really been catching up with the story of the game as of now, just because the game has been pretty slow in terms of updates to it and has only been pushing out songs and pattern chart updates purely for that, and almost no progress into the story ever since the last I read them back in 2023. But it would be interesting to see if they are going to be using that more. And hopefully, this might be a good input for Team Rhythmicals, is to put an indicator that this Abyss chart or this entire song may have gimmicks such as the playfield tilting and the playfield being the superior. I don't know, maybe like a small tag when you're selecting the song, just as an indicator that hey, there are visual gimmicks in this song that doesn't appear on any other songs or any other patterns or even on parallel difficulty charts. Maybe that could be a good warning if these are going to be songs and patterns that are treated differently, or maybe
if the direction of the game moving forward is to deploy those kinds of gimmicks to raise up the difficulty from an Abyss 13 to a 14, then I think it's completely fine. Because, well, I don't really see any kind of downside whatsoever in deploying those kinds of visual gimmicks to raise up the difficulty if the game is intended to be played like that. I just don't want to have any kind of visual gimmicks to be interfering with the gameplay itself. That's the thing that I don't want to happen. I don't want to see any kind of visual gimmicks that disturb the players' natural movement of playing the chart. Don't mess with that. Don't mess with the direction of the playfield. Keep the vertical and the gravity nodes just as is. But other than that, this is a pretty solid update. And I do have an unfinished home assignment to, and that is to experience the lab's common day over here, with it having processor and brain power. But with that out of the way, that is mostly the gameplay aspect of version 2.8. It is a completely free update, and COXETA is free to download on the Google Play Store and iOS App Store as well. And I think that is going to be it from me. I hope I'll be able to explore the game even more in the future, and hopefully Rhythmicals will be able to push out more updates on a much more frequent basis. And as always, thanks for watching.